हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dhananjay. Thank you. हाँ हाँ ठीक है। आज के ऊपर पूजा करते हैं। नगर देखते हैं हम साइड के अंदर मैं क्या करूँ। मैं क्या करूँ हमको बता देना चाहिए। मैंने उनको फोटो निकाल के भेज दीजिए। वो तो सीरियस पर
प्रभु जी, I see your name twice. Which one is the?
twice because I have to do the sharing on my laptop.
Okay,
That's why it is coming twice.
so which one is the host, Prabhu ji?
Uh, the one actually,
The one without video?
yeah, without video is the host. So
I'll give hostship there then.
so that I can read or control from that screen can be shared from that.
Yes, Prabhu ji. Now laptop is the host.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible to devotees? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu ji.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. So we will without wasting any more time. So we will start the sessions. Om Ajnanatimirandasya. Hare Krishna, voice is not clear.
It was breaking little, Prabhuji, but now it is clear.
Now it is clear.
Yes.
Somebody, devotees are saying that it's not clear. Now it is clear.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Krishna Deva Pasaswami. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Srimade Vedanta Swami Ste Saras Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Dasya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama from Bharati Vachala Chitta Vipada Isha Yasya Vagini Lakshmi Yasya Salakshasi Vyasya Devas Guruveda Chandraya Adhikari Krishna Krishna Yanta Krishna Macham Yam Chandra Jibul Sahara. So welcome all the devotees for second day of the reading of the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada by Srila Prabhupada Maharaj. So we are continuing our reading. So today we will read part 1, opening topics. Who this book is meant for. The mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada is particularly meant for devotees whose very life is the service of Srila Prabhupada. While primarily intended for members of ISKCON, it aims to inspire his faithful followers everywhere to cooperatively glorify him, especially by increasing their commitment to actualizing the goals. For followers of Srila Prabhupada, a follower of Srila Prabhupada can be defined as one who sincerely aspires to be guided by him through his books, his other followers, and from within the heart. Followers of Srila Prabhupada share a basic implicit faith that we simply have to follow him. As Rupa Vilas Das put it, Srila Prabhupada, you have given us everything, and you have given us the perfect example of how to follow the Acharya. The specific program and methods for preaching Krishna consciousness and achieving the goal of human life have been given by you. There is no necessity of additions or deletions. If we follow you, we will have no problems. And we can also become fearless at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by your mercy. This quote is from Rupa Vilas Das, Bhaktivedanta Manor, Vyasapuja Offering, 2009. One cannot be a follower unless he knows what to follow. Quote. A servant must know the instructions of his master. One who represents someone else must fully know that person's mission. The devotees in Krishna consciousness movement must therefore be fully aware of the mission of Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. So this quote is Srila Prabhupada gave many directives in all areas of Krishna consciousness, philosophic and applied, which his followers should know and adhere to. Hence, even though this book incorporates many quotations from Srila Prabhupada, its perusal cannot be a substitute for careful and repeated study of his books. This is very, very important, you know. And indeed, for those who have not regularly, prayerfully studied Srila Prabhupada's books, much of what is written herein will make no sense whatsoever. It will remain unintelligible to them. The mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada is meant for devotees for whom studying Srila Prabhupada's books is integral to his life, integral to their life, who are thus well conversant with Srila Prabhupada's teachings, who are animated by Srila Prabhupada's devotion, dedication, and courage, and who want to give themselves to him fully, and who as true followers accept his authority and execute his orders as their life and soul. The mood of a genuine disciple. A devoted disciple of the spiritual master would rather die with the spiritual master than fail to execute the spiritual master's mission. To execute the will of the spiritual master, the disciple should be prepared to lay down his life and abandon all personal considerations. Thus, the spirit of service to the mission of Srila Prabhupada defines and distinguishes his genuine followers. So this is from footnote. Spirit of service is a phrase Srila Prabhupada often used. Example, Srimad Bhagavatam 3.25, 3:25-32 purport. Srila Prabhupada wrote about his own Guru Maharaj, within quotes, he lives forever by his divine instructions. The follower lives with him. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada lives with those who live to fulfill his desires. Another prominent symptom of genuine followers is Prabhupada consciousness. For Srila Prabhupada's followers, Krishna consciousness means Prabhupada consciousness. As Shivaram Swami put it within the quotes, to be a member of ISKCON means to be absorbed in Prabhupada's personal qualities, compassion, preaching spirit, unparalleled achievements, and literary masterpieces. So this quote is from Shivaram Swami's book, Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani, chapter 12. And see also Prabhupada consciousness and Krishna consciousness. Okay. Any volunteers to read? Krishna?
Yes, Prabhuji, I want to read.
Can continue, Mataji.
So, may I, Prabhuji? Read.
Yes, Mataji, you can start reading.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Useful and useless followers. Not all who deem themselves followers can properly be considered as such. History shows that after the passing of an iconic religious leader, his followers almost inevitably interpret his teachings in various ways and form factions in his name. There can be bona fide branches of the Acharya's disciplic succession and pretentious, pretentious branches. Less than fully sincere disciples might be many, for the actual teachings of a prophet are followed by no more than a very small minority of his professed followers, as Srila Prabhupada warned. In my books, I have tried to clearly explain this simultaneously one and different. Philosophy Achintya Abhidha Ved Tattva propounded by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But sometimes it happens that this philosophy is given a self interested interpretation. As soon as personal motivation comes in, it is not possible to understand our Krishna consciousness philosophy. This process of degradation has already begun in relation to Srila Prabhupada and can be expected to continue, for it is easier to imagine or pose oneself as a follower than to actually follow. To be a genuine follower of Srila Prabhupada means to follow what he instructed, to base one's activities, decisions, and policies strictly upon his instructions. As Hari Shauri Dasa once commented, in the presence of Srila Prabhupada, without following Guru's instructions, there is no question of appreciating who is or his work. This perspective might seem narrow and harsh, considering that, as Srila Prabhupada implied, demonstrated during his manifest presence, he was open and accommodating and welcomed into Krishna's service many types of persons at varying levels of commitment. Nevertheless, the requirement for the being genuinely religious is to follow the standard authorities of obeying their instructions. In the Christian religion, there are 10 commandments regarding how to become pure. But if you do not follow them and still say that you are Christian, that is hypocrisy. If you follow the instruction given by God or God's representative, then you are religious. But if you don't follow simply to say, I am Hindu, I am Christian, I am Muslim, and no meaning. In the same vein, Srila Prabhupada asserted, if you disobey me, that love is not real love. On other occasion, Srila Prabhupada took the position of a Christian who claimed to love God and refuted all contrary arguments by his disciples until this one was raised. If you love God, then why do you disobey his order? Srila Prabhupada then explained that by disregarding the biblical injunction, thou shalt not kill, the Christian hypocrisy was exposed. So, just as if you love Krishna, then you will follow his orders. That is the proof that you love Krishna. Love for Srila Prabhupada must be based on following his instructions. As Srila Prabhupada repeatedly emphasized, accepting a guru is not simply a matter of sentiment. One must obey him, making his instructions one's life and soul. A disciple means one who is always following the orders of the spiritual master. Disciple means who abides by the discipline given by the spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada considered that following his instructions was the definitive qualification of a valid disciple. Who is my disciple? First of all, let him follow strictly the disciplinary rules. So long as one follows the principle, he continues to be my disciple. Referring particularly to the chanting of 16 rounds, Srila Prabhupada said, unless you are following the basics, where is the question of a deep relationship with the spiritual master? From this, it can be understood that those who do not follow the principles, especially those who will fully flout them over a prolonged period, cannot be accepted as genuine disciples. To have sentiments for Srila Prabhupada is good, but the real thing is to do what he says. To say, I love Prabhupada is easy, but the test is in following. Remembrance of Srila Prabhupada, love for Srila Prabhupada, praise of Srila Prabhupada, and service to Srila Prabhupada must all be based on obeying Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, such sentiments will be superficial, hypocritical, and devoid of the potency to fulfill Srila Prabhupada's mission of establishing Krishna consciousness as he gave it as it is. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraja Goswami warned. Um, may I read only the meanings, Prabhuji?
Acharyer mato yei sei mato sar tara agya lagi chale sei to asa. Now you can read.
The order of the spiritual master, the active principle in spiritual life. Anyone who disobeys the order of the spiritual master immediately becomes useless. Commenting on this, Srila Prabhupada wrote, persons who strictly follow her orders of the spiritual master are useful in executing the will of the supreme, whereas persons who deviate from the strict order of the spiritual master are useless. And in pointed reference to his own god brothers, there are many disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but to judge who is actually his disciple, to divide the useful from the useless, one must measure the activities of such disciples in executing the will of the spiritual master. This judgment is, of course, applicable in the case of every bona fide guru and his followers, and thus there are many disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Prabhupada, but to judge who is actually his disciple,
Bhakti
to divide.
Vedanta Swami. Mataji, Bhakti Vedanta Swami, not Bhakti Siddhanta.
Oh, sorry, Prabhupada. Sorry,
There are many.
Prabhupada. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, but to judge who is actually his disciple, to divide the useful from the useless. One must measure the activities of such disciples in executing the will of the spiritual master. How to measure such activities and who is qualified to do so? One, he renounces his guru's order, Guru Tyagi, and one who tries to enjoy the assets of his spiritual master, Guru Bhogi, are two kinds of useless persons. First, become a servant of your spiritual master, that is Guru Sevi, and then you will understand things clearly. The mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada is a call to his followers to be actual, useful disciples, unpretentious and without personal motives, solid, strong, and united in executing his will by clarifying what Srila Prabhupada wanted. This book should help individual devotees distinguish the useful from the useless among his professed followers and help them mold their lives to be useful to him.
Okay,
Loyalty.
Mataji. Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Hare
Well said.
Krishna.
Hemnath Prabhu, Hare Krishna, are you there?
Hare Krishna, bro. Yes, bro.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam.
Dandavad pranams, bro. Hare
So after a long time, I'm seeing you.
Krishna.
Because I didn't see you, but I'm saying.
I can.
Yes, Prabhu, you can. One thing I wanted to just, did anybody remember from where this particular section? Anybody remembers from which book Maharaj would have written? To have sentiment for Srila Prabhupada is good, but the real thing is to do what he says. To say I love Prabhupada is easy, but no, not here. Yeah. This is the one. This is the particular one. This particular. See, remembrance of Srila Prabhupada, love for Srila Prabhupada, praise of Srila Prabhupada, and service to Srila Prabhupada must all be based on obeying Srila Prabhupada. Did anybody remember from which book? Or Maharaj has already written this in one book.
Is it from Srila Prabhupada?
Maharaj, if I say one by one, then you will tell all the books.
No.
My Memories of Srila Prabhupada?
Yes, this is from the book My Memory. Actually, the thing is, like Maharaj, we are out of stock of My Memories of Srila Prabhupada. We don't, and Maharaj said not to print that book anymore because Maharaj is coming up with offering, because that book is entirely about the offerings of Maharaj. So now Maharaj is bringing up with it's under the process. Don't know when it will come, but this is what is Krishna willing, when it will come. But the thing is, all the offerings will be put under one book. Another book is going to come, which are Krishna willing. But Maharaj wants that all the offerings from the time when Maharaj started writing until now, all the offerings will be put, and there are some more realizations of Maharaj about Prabhupada. But this particular thing, I remember reading it many times in My Memories of Srila Prabhupada book. And we used to quote this again and again, for posters and all those things. And devotees used to like so much. This is very inspirational point. Remembrance of Srila Prabhupada, love for Srila Prabhupada, praise for Srila Prabhupada, service to Srila Prabhupada must all be based on obeying Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So this many topics of this particular section were actually Maharaj is, in my memories of Srila Prabhupada, Maharaj is given in various essays. Okay, so we'll continue to read. So Hemnath Prabhu, please continue to read.
Yes,
But
Prabhu.
there,
Yes, Prabhu. Loyalty.
okay, 1 second. Anybody wants to say anything? No. Okay. Yes, Prabhu, you can continue.
Yeah, loyalty to Srila Prabhupada's vision. Useful followers are those who adhere to the leader's vision, whose aims are transparently concordant with the leader's aims and who do not superimpose their own ideas. And thus, we must try to enter deeply into an understanding of your mission of true compassion, and with an understanding of the unique character of your mission strongly established, we will be able to please you. By concoction and imagination, we can never be successful. You stressed what is next, please? You stressed again and again that you had given us all that we needed in your books and teachings. You also emphasized repeatedly that we should not change anything and simply present what we had heard from you and should execute the programs you had designed for us. You guaranteed that such following would lead to the perfection of the human form of life and that we would return back home, back to Godhead. Accordingly, it is Srila Prabhupada's own stated desires and intentions that must always remain as ISKCON's template and compass. He is the founder Acharya and ISKCON is primarily his movement and only secondarily that of his followers. To be a follower of Srila Prabhupada means to have firm faith that one does not have to do anything else. Simply by applying oneself to the process he gave, one will achieve all perfection. It means to be...
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, 1 second. Please read little slowly, Prabhu, because all devotees may not catch up with your reading.
Sure.
Better read as slowly and as clearly and distinctly as possible.
Sure, Prabhu.
Like Spashtama.
Sure.
To be a follower of Srila Prabhupada. So be firm in your speaking so that devotees will absorb in reading. So if you read slowly, then it is very good.
Okay, Prabhu.
You can read that line again. To be
a follower of Srila Prabhupada means to have firm faith that one does not have to do anything else. Simply by applying oneself to the process he gave, one will achieve all perfection. It means to be confident that Srila Prabhupada's plans can, will, and must work. As Tamal Krishna Goswami said to Srila Prabhupada, you have perfect knowledge and perfect understanding. All your plans are perfect, and our perfection is simply to carry them out without changing in any way. You have such complete plans that we don't have to do anything new. Bhavananda Dasa spoke similarly. We all feel, Srila Prabhupada, that your direction is absolutely perfect. It is coming directly from the spiritual platform. Therefore, anything which you tell us to do, we want to do, and we have full faith and confidence that it is absolutely correct. But we don't have full faith and confidence in people who are materially conditioned. Therefore, we have taken you as our spiritual master. You have perfect knowledge of everything spiritual and you have perfect knowledge of everything material. Where we followed your instructions, there we have been successful. Faithful members of ISKCON must know that this movement is only meant to manifest the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada, and that their duty is to carefully preserve, protect, and expand what he gave. All success lies therein. The members of ISKCON must increase this movement more and more according to the principles that we are presently trying to execute. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thus being pleased, will smilingly glance upon them, bestowing his favor, and the movement will be successful. To understand how to appropriately fill in the skyscraper framework that Srila Prabhupada bequeathed necessitates a thorough study of his instructions on philosophy, preaching, and management. Just as Abhideya is necessarily predicated on Sambandha Jnana, devotees must become well acquainted with Srila Prabhupada's intentions before even thinking of how best to take a role in fulfilling them. Not everyone can do everything in Srila Prabhupada's mission, and within his movement, there will always be a wide spectrum of services performed by devotees with divergent dispositions, cultural backgrounds, outlooks on various issues, and levels of spiritual, economic, and intellectual development. Within this extensive spectrum, the defining trait of ISKCON members must be firm allegiance to Srila Prabhupada and a shared intent to follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions, glorify his mood, honor his example, and share that with others. Among insiders, the ultimate claim to authenticity is asserting that one's actions are endorsed by Srila Prabhupada's instructions. Unity in ISKCON can only be achieved by keeping Srila Prabhupada in the center, which means keeping his instructions in the center. The more all generations of devotees find their common core identity with Srila Prabhupada, the more we will find the unity amid our ever-increasingly diversity to deliver Krishna consciousness to every town and village. Our sincere dedication to Prabhupada through thick and thin is what is going to keep this movement pure and keep it going.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for letting me
Thank
pray.
you. Hare Krishna. Maheshani Devi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I am Maheshani Devidasi from Jakarta, Indonesia.
Oh, Jakarta, all the way from Indonesia. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji, you can read.
Sure, thank you, Prabhuji. For leaders of ISKCON, the direction of any organization is set by its leaders. Thus, this book is particularly a call to the leaders of ISKCON, both those with official positions and those without office who, by their sustained, sincere efforts to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission, are automatically looked up to by others. By purely following, they are naturally qualified as Srila Prabhupada's successors. Notwithstanding my conspicuous disqualifications, I am confident that if the leaders of ISKCON take to heart and implement the message of this book, then ISKCON will manifest its true potential, rise to become all that Srila Prabhupada meant it to be, and achieve the great goals that he set for us.
Okay,
Chapter
Mataji.
2. Okay,
Actually,
Prabhuji.
we are reading one section. So whatever section comes, they are making everybody to read. Many
Ji, Prabhuji.
sections. So again,
Ji,
it
okay.
was a small short section. So
Yeah,
okay, okay,
thank
Mataji.
you.
Thank you. Uh, uh, Adityesha Prabhu, you are there? Hare Krishna? No, I don't know. Able to hear me? Okay. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Pranam Prabhuji.
Uh,
Actually, I am somewhere outside, so it will be quite difficult. Some noise will
okay,
be.
okay, no problem, no problem, no problem.
So I am hearing.
Okay. Atindriya Prabhu, you can read it.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
So you can read. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I don't know you all devotees. I have not seen you. I don't know whether you know me or not.
Yes, maybe I have seen you once in Mayapur.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Yes,
I'm
Prabhu, you can start reading.
okay, Prabhuji. To his mood and mission, an overview. In understanding Srila Prabhupada's mission, his motives, goals, methodology, and desired standards, it is essential to grab his mood. Mood can mean a temporary state of mind, or in Gaudiya Ras terminology, Vyabhichari bhav, or it can mean a person's underlying overall attitude toward life, sthai bhav. Everyone has both. For our purpose in this book, Srila Prabhupada's mood may best be understood as his prevailing motivation and attitude. Being inextricably linked with his mission, the mood of Srila Prabhupada is reflected in everything he did, said, and wrote, and thus permeates his entire mission. The essence of that mood is encapsulated in his poem Markine Bhagavat Dharma, penned on his arrival in America. As Kalakant Das put it, Srila Prabhupada's mood is abundantly clear. He wanted to spread Krishna consciousness. He gave his life for that purpose, and he used ISKCON as his vehicle. Everything Srila Prabhupada did was aimed at spreading Krishna.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna. You can
Yes,
read
Prabhuji.
little slowly. You are
Sorry.
reading
Yes,
little
Prabhuji.
fast. And you
Sorry.
have to be the way, reading should be very clear. And as I'm again and again telling, it should be very firm and very clear and slow. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Everything Srila Prabhupada did was aimed at spreading Krishna consciousness and simultaneously helping his disciple advance in devotional service. Still, his mood is difficult to precisely define. He spoke of unlimited expansion, yet declared he would be happy even if even only one of his disciples were to become perfect. He was flexible, sometimes tolerating actions that in other situations he proscribed or expressed disapproval of, but undoubtedly his mood and mission is defined by his preaching mood, which encompasses his missionary spirit and his determination to revolutionize human society, even though starting with nothing but faith in his Guru's order and Krishna's holy name. Should I continue, Pruji?
Oh, okay, bro. Yeah, you can stop here. I can tell some other devotee to read.
Okay,
Thank you very
thank you
much.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
We are going section by section instead of paragraph by paragraph. Sections are small sections so that all
Yes.
devotees can get the chance to read. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, Pruji.
Bhagavad Padi Mataji, are you there? You can read it. Is it okay for you to read? I'm picking up, that's why. Hare Krishna? No. Okay. Okay. Aditya Gupta. Aditya.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
So you can start reading, Prabhu, please.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Preaching based on compassion. Any description of Srila Prabhupada's mood must highlight his overwhelming compassion for the conditioned souls. His mission manifested from his intense desire to give Krishna consciousness by all means and in the shortest possible time to every jiva in the universe, or at least as many as possible, to bring at least a few to the highest levels of devotional service, and to do whatever would be necessary to effect these, notwithstanding the difficulties that would inevitably arise. It is the natural desire of a Vaishnava to save suffering humanity. Generally, others do not care whether people suffer or not, but a Vaishnava, a devotee of the Lord, is always thinking of how to alleviate the fallen condition of the people. A sadhu's concern is to enlighten people in devotional service to the Lord. That is his mercy. He knows that without devotional service to the Lord, human life is spoiled. A devotee travels all over the country from door to door preaching, be Krishna conscious, be a devotee of Lord Krishna. Don't spoil your life in simply fulfilling your animal propensities. Human life is meant for self realization or Krishna consciousness. These are the preachings of a sadhu. He is not satisfied with his own liberation. He always thinks about others. He is the most compassionate personality toward all the fallen souls. Being engaged in the deliverance of the total population, Srila Prabhupada is as magnanimous as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. He factually represents Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because his heart is always filled with compassion for all conditioned souls. Shall I continue, Prabhu?
Yes.
In this age of Kali, people are gradually becoming less than animals. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considering how to deliver them from this horrible condition of life. One who identifies himself as a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should feel like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who said, Iha Sabara Kon Mate Ha Be Nishtara. How will all these Yavanas be delivered? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always anxious to deliver the fallen souls because their fallen condition gave him great unhappiness. Devoted to the cause of the personality of Godhead, and thus living only for the welfare, development, and happiness of others, Srila Prabhupada most mercifully preached widely and educated innumerable people about Krishna and their relationship with him. The essence of his mood in doing so reflects that of Prahlad Maharaj, as expressed in Prahlada's prayers to Lord Narasimha Deva. Naivodvije Paraduratyaya Vaitarnyas Tvad Virya Gayana Mahamruta Gamagna Chitta Soche Tato Vimuka Chetasa Indriyartha Maya Sukaya Bharam Udvahato Vimudan. O best of the great personalities, I am not at all afraid of material existence. For whatever I stay, I am fully absorbed in thoughts of your glories and activities. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and maintaining their families, societies, and countries. I am simply concerned with love for them. Prayena deva munaya swa umukti mukama maunam charanti vijne na parata nishta naitan vihaya kripanan vimukha eko nanyam tvad asya sharanam brahmato nupasye. My dear Lord Narasimhadeva, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities and towns. They go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to the shelter at your lotus feet. Swastyastu Vishwasya Kala Prasidatam ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मितोदया मनश्च भद्रं भजतात अधोक्षजे आवेश्य तं न मतिर् अप्यवहितकी. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing Bhakti Yoga, for by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Sri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of Him. Srila Prabhupada's purports to these verses reveal his own devotional mood and the conviction that motivated him to endeavor so hard and sacrifice everything to please his gurus and to deliver the conditioned souls, spending gallons of blood in bringing people to Krishna consciousness. And even hypothetically, if he were unable to impart bhakti to many, better we spend our whole life and die just to make one person Krishna conscious. Much of Srila Prabhupada's mood and inner motivation can be deduced from the following statements, in which he reveals his determination to preach, notwithstanding all opposition and impediments. Men who are ignorant cannot appreciate activities in Krishna consciousness, and therefore Lord Krishna advises us not to disturb them and simply waste valuable time. But the devotees of the Lord are more kind than the Lord because they understand the purpose of the Lord. Consequently, they undertake all kinds of risks, even to the point of approaching ignorant men to try to engage them in the acts of Krishna consciousness, which are absolutely necessary for the human being. The people might not understand our message, but Krishna will be pleased, and that is our mission. They thought Jesus Christ's mission was stopped. They killed him, but his mission was attained. He preached 3 years only, but so many followers. He pleased Krishna. We must not be disappointed that no one is hearing Krishna consciousness. We will say it to the moon and stars and all directions. We will cry in the wilderness because Krishna is everywhere. We want to get a certificate from Krishna that this man has done something for me, not popularity. If a pack of asses says you are good, what is that? We have to please Krishna's senses with purified senses. Rameswara Dasa was simply amazed by Srila Prabhupada's love and compassion. Go to the next page. The most amazing thing that I saw in Srila Prabhupada, apart from the fact that when he chanted Jaya Radha Madhava, he was with Krishna, was how incessantly he was focused on saving every soul. There was such love and compassion. If a god brother of mine who had done service for Prabhupada had left, Prabhupada would sometimes talk to me or even write me a letter. I want you to go and get him back. Do not let him leave. I love him so much. He is my son. He loved every soul. This is the most amazing thing about Prabhupada. But it's not just his disciples he loved. As much as he loved them as his children, he loved every soul. To follow his footsteps in some small
Slow,
way.
slow, 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 slow.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, Prabhu. To follow his footsteps in some small way and to bathe oneself in the dust of his lotus feet means to me to follow Prabhupada as he is in eternal Leela of saving souls in this universe. Srila Prabhupada at every moment thought of how he could use everything in Krishna's service to attract people to Krishna, to bring people to Krishna. His vision never stopped working on using things to bring souls back to Krishna. That was Srila Prabhupada's mood. It is coming directly from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda. He is the absolute Satyavesa Avatara of Lord Nityananda in that respect. There is not one soul that Prabhupada does not want saved. If you think about that vision, that is how you are going to see everyone as a spirit soul. Going on Sankirtana forces you to develop spiritual vision because you will always start seeing people as spirit souls. Of all the things I saw from Prabhupada, that's what I would want to be in me eternally, because then I will always be Prabhupada's servant. That is Prabhupada's mood, as I saw it, to save every soul, and I pray for that. In summary, Srila Prabhupada is compassion personified, for he dedicated his every breath to spreading Krishna consciousness, resting only a few hours every night to keep body and soul together. Indeed, he expressed compassion in all his activities. Out of compassion, he left his peaceful life in Vrindavana and came to America. Out of compassion, he wrote his books, battled the atheists and Mayavadis, and reprimanded his disciples. Out of compassion, he tolerated to interference in the flow of Krishna's mercy to the living entities. Because of his extraordinary compassion, Krishna consciousness has taken hold in the West and throughout the world.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There are the Krishna Mataji. She can Mataji Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You can read, Mataji. Is it okay for you to read?
I have no book, but I can read it through this.
Yeah, you can read directly on the screen, from the screen. I'm there to control.
But I will try, Prabhuji. I don't know much English. The other aspect of his mood. What is it?
Sorry, Mataji, you said something?
The other aspect of this mood.
No. Your English is not. You're not comfortable with much with English.
Yes, Prabhuji.
No problem. I can tell some other Mataji to read. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Nitigata Mataji, she can read. Hare Krishna. Oh, Mataji is not there. I'm just picking up some Matajis from here. Radha Priya. Somebody Mataji. Radha Priya. Radha Prem.
May I?
Yes, Mataji, please. I'm just.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
please.
Other aspects of his mood. The renowned Harvard theologian Harvey Cox summed up the mood that Srila Prabhupada instilled in his disciples. He found a striking similarity in the essence of what the devotees were teaching and in the original core of Christianity, that is, living simply, not trying to accumulate worldly goods, living with compassion towards all creatures, sharing, loving, and living joyfully. The core spirit that Srila Prabhupada desired for ISKCON may be deducted from the following letter to a GBC member. The future of this Krishna consciousness movement is very bright. So long as the managers remain vigilant that 16 rounds are being chanted by everyone without fail, that they are all rising before 4 am and attending Mangal Aarti, our leaders shall be careful not to kill the spirit of enthusiastic service, which is individual, spontaneous, and voluntary. They should try always to generate some atmosphere of fresh challenge to the devotees so that they will agree enthusiastically to rise and meet it. That is the art of management, to draw out spontaneous loving spirit of sacrificing some energy for Krishna. We should not be very much after comforts and become complacent or self-centered. There must
Self-contented.
self-contented. There must be always some tapasya, strictly observing the regulative principles. The Krishna consciousness movement must be always a challenge, a great achievement to be gained by voluntary desire to do it, and that will keep it healthy. His central motive, according to Professor Thomas Hopkins, was that spiritual development of his disciples in Krishna consciousness, and thus his main task, as he saw it, was serving as spiritual mentor to his young disciples. A task made urgent because of his age and difficult because of the lack of continual contact with devotees spread literally around the world. Accordingly, significant visible features of Srila Prabhupada's mood were how he personally cared for and engaged the disciples who came under his shelter, and how he directed leading devotees in this regard. Much of Srila Prabhupada's mood, especially regarding his approach to dealing with Western disciples, is captured in his profound appreciation of Jayananda Das. Jayanand was neither a scholar nor one of the movement's top administrators. He came across as an ordinary, down-to-earth person who would quietly perform all kinds of menial services, such as taking out garbage and collecting vegetables from the market. His attempted pronunciation of the Gayatri Mantra was, in Srila Prabhupada's words, hopeless. Tamal Krishnaswamy related. Jayananda in particular was having difficulty with the pronunciation, and when he requested an appointment to see Srila Prabhupada, I took the opportunity to go along with him. Jayananda explained his problem. Srila Prabhupada asked him to chant the mantra and said that he would correct any mistakes in the pronunciation, but before Jayananda had completed even the first mantra, Srila Prabhupada leaned back on his seat and started laughing. It is hopeless. You boys will never be able to speak in Sanskrit, but it doesn't matter because your feelings are genuine and Krishna is accepting. Go on doing it. Never mind. And Srila Prabhupada laughed again, not even bothering to correct Jayananda's awful pronunciation. Evidently, Jayananda would never resemble an accomplished Vedic Brahman, yet Krishna became obliged to the loving spirit of the devotee and not exactly to the service rendered. The procedure may not be very right, but the desire being sincere, he accepts our offering. Srila Prabhupada appreciated Jayananda's dedicated, unpretentious efforts and wrote him that he would correct any mistakes in the pronunciation. But before Jayananda had completed even the first mantra, Srila Prabhupada leaned back in his seat and started laughing. It is hopeless. You boys will never be. This is repeated, Prabhuji. I have already read this.
Oh, once. Actually, one day, some devotee was writing the lines, so I was just seeing that. Don't know. Okay. Yes, Mataji, you can read.
Yes.
Your service.
Your service attitude for Krishna and your sincere attempts at being advanced in Krishna consciousness will work with you and will make your life more and more glorious and happy. Jayananda personified verses 3 and 4 of Shikshashtak. He didn't want to be seen as a big devotee and seemed to relish being among as one of the small devotees. When Jayananda passed on, Srila Prabhupada certified his sainthood by instituting his disappearance and anniversary as an annual Vaishnav festival. Srila Prabhupada personified Krishna's The Akhil Cheshta, performing all endeavors for Krishna's sake. His presentation of Krishna consciousness was direct and clear, without compromise, and with total commitment to maintaining the purity of both the Vaishnava teachings and their implementation. Yet, he was also realistic and attuned to the ways of the world. Essence of Srila Prabhupada. Whatever his condition, Srila Prabhupada always maintained his essence aggressive in preaching Krishna consciousness throughout of others, humorous and completely
Krishna?
Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji?
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Always
Krishna,
active,
Mataji, I'm not
never.
able to hear you properly. I think your
Am I
voice
not
is.
audible? Okay. Am I audible now? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, you are
Am I
audible.
audible?
Yeah, you are audible
Okay,
now.
Prabhuji.
Yes,
Okay,
Mataji.
okay. Prabhuji said he always active. Prabhupada was dedicated to duty and ever looking to expand the Krishna consciousness.
I think there's an issue with Prabhuji's internet.
Yes, screen is not there now. I can't
He,
see.
he might join in a bit. We'll hold on.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I think so. Time is up, so Prabhuji left. It's 8:20, I think.
Yes,
Time
Prabhuji.
is up.
Prabhuji has joined. Let him speak.
Join.
He's on mute.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, my internet connection got disconnected, so that's why it happened. Actually, I wanted to finish this section and then leave.
Yes, Prabhuji. If you can share your screen, I'll make you the host.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me. I don't know how. able to share the screen.
Shall I make you host on this, Prabhuji, the device you're speaking?
I can read from the book directly also, no problem. I don't know much. Okay. Is everybody there? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can read directly from the book. Because I don't know, somehow I'm not able to share the screen.
You're not host, Prabhuji. I can give you hostship if you join from laptop.
Oh, yes, Prabhu. You can give me the host.
Your the video which is on, that is on your mobile?
No, the laptop one.
Okay, let me make you host.
Let me first of all go there. Sorry.
You're the host now, Prabhuji.
Okay, bro. Okay. So I'm reading. I'll read and finish this particular this.
You're sharing your screen,
Your
Prabhuji?
service. Sorry, Prabhu.
You're sharing your screen?
I want to share the screen, but the thing is, not able to share the screen. That's why I'm directly reading from the book itself.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, reading from the book and sharing screen. Sharing screen is good, but I have it in my laptop. That is not getting connected properly. So without wasting any time, anyhow, we have 2 paragraphs, so I want to just read it.
Yes, Prabhuji. Let's do it. Yes.
So this is last paragraph. Okay. Your service attitude for Krishna and your sincere attempts at being advanced in Krishna consciousness will work with you and make your life more and more glorious and happy. Jayananda personified verses 3 and 4 of Shikshaštaka. He didn't want to be seen as a big devotee and seemed to relish being among as if one of the small devotees. When Jayananda passed on, Srila Prabhupada certified his sainthood by instituting his disappearance and anniversary as an annual Vaishnava festival. Srila Prabhupada personified Krishnarite Akila Cheshta, performing all endeavors for Krishna's sake. His presentation of Krishna consciousness was direct and clear, without compromise, and with total commitment to maintaining the purity of both the Vaishnava teachings and their implementation. Yet, he was also realistic and attuned to the ways of the world. The essence of Srila Prabhupada, whatever his condition, Srila Prabhupada always maintained his essence, aggressive in preaching Krishna consciousness, thoughtful of others, humorous, and completely devoted to Krishna. Always active, never lazy, Srila Prabhupada was dynamic, dedicated to duty, and ever looking to expand the Krishna consciousness movement. Nevertheless, in all activities, he depended on the mercy of Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas, to whom he gave all the credit of his achievements. His mood of unconditional love to previous acharyas, his pure love for Krishna, and his innumerable other divine qualities are palpable in the numerous quotes and anecdotes recorded in this book. Some other major aspects of Srila Prabhupada's mood. 1a, his absolute faith in and commitment to his Guru. 1b, his sense of duty, which manifested as his dedication to fulfill the order of his Guru to preach Krishna consciousness in the West. Number 2, his literalist approach to Shastra. 3, his sense of urgency. 4, his caution in presenting esoteric aspects of Krishna Leela and his guardedness against Sahajism. So, from his mission, we will read tomorrow. So, we will end our session here. So, whoever wants to leave, they can leave. And if anybody has any questions or anything to ask, you can ask. And some devotees, if they don't have the book, please order the book. I think some Matajis are reading directly from the screen sharing. If they order the book, and it will be nice. All the devotees have, or some devotees still yet don't have the copy of this.
Have.
You have, Mataji? Everybody has it?
I have ordered
No, I
Prabhuji.
don't.
After some days, I will get it.
Okay. Mataji, please order this book from books.bvks.com website. And
Because I don't know how to order on web, so I only purchase from a shop, so I don't know how to. Technology wise, I am not good.
okay, Mataji, you can do one thing. You can share your number on the chat so that I can give your number to the particular devotee over here in Bhakti Vikas Trust, so that they can contact you and they can coordinate with you so that they
Yes,
can get the book.
I live in Bombay.
So you
Yes, I
can
live in Bombay. So if there is a devotee,
Bombay, then fine. I can you can give your number. You can just put your number in the chat this one, or you can take down my number so that you can message me 9429835232. Okay, Mataji?
what is this number you are saying?
It's my number. You can just message to my number.
Okay.
94.
I have to note it down. Otherwise, I'll not forget it.
No problem. It is if you are in the WhatsApp group, in that particular
Yes,
group, I am the admin, so you can just message me in that group also. No problem.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You can just message me in that group. That's not a problem. If any other devotees don't have the book, please order the book. You order one box. It has 6 sets, and you can distribute them. And, of course, you can keep the profit as well. So it's a good opportunity to distribute more and more books. So Maharaj wanted particularly, he ordered me that somehow you should distribute more and more books. So we are pushing more and more books. Many devotees, Jagannath Damodar in Surat, many devotees, Anand Gaurang Prabhu, they're distributing so many books of this modern mission of Srila Prabhupada book. So if anybody has any question, they can ask. Else, the session is already ended. They can leave.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, do we have classes on weekends?
That particular thing. I wanted to ask the devotees, how many devotees can, they don't want the session to be on Sundays. Again, I wanted to, we can put a poll in that way. They don't want it on Sunday because they're busy with some programs, some things.
Prabhuji, I can put a poll in WhatsApp group.
Yeah, you can put a poll in WhatsApp group so that we can decide how many devotees can come on Sunday. Of course, tomorrow also I can tell it because some devotees have already left. So, but for the time being, we can put the poll here also, I think, in the chat. No?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can put it.
Yeah, I think tomorrow we can do that.
Sure, Prabhuji. Let's do it in the class tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, just in the middle of the class, we can do it because then devotees are doing.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, Prabhuji's, Matajis, please pray for us. We will end the session over here. We will meet tomorrow at 7:15. quite little bit before than 7:15, so that we'll show some video of Maharaj presenting the Mood and Mission of Srila Prabhupada book. And then we'll continue reading. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for engaging
Hare
me.
Krishna.
Thank
Dandavat
you.
pranamam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad pranam.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.